Okay. We already spoke in the past about preparing a coffee and tea on Shabbos, so there was a few questions over here. Okay, we'll take the easiest one out of the way. There's a shaila if there is a tzviya b'mashkin. By ba'ochlin and food, everybody maskim and tzviya ba'ochlin. By mashkin, there's a machloikis. So according to Mishnah Berurah, a pashut, it says and tzviya ba'ochlin. When he talks about the tea, so it says no problem. But you color the water with the coffee with the tea, it's no problem. But however, the Kaf HaChaim brings that there is some poskim that they say yes tzviya b'mashkin, even though en tzviya yes tzviya b'mashkin. The Mele he said the minhag was, it says in his time in Yerushalayim, ha'aval if he does oisrim tzviya b'mashkin en lo takona ela im ken yitnada b'chaman me'erev Shabbos because she is bashal v'yitzba mayim me'erev Shabbos, meaning you have to mamash prepare. If you want to have a hot tea or coffee before Shabbos, that's how they bring. That was the minhag in Yerushalayim. He said that you have to prepare your coffee the way it is, not that you're going to lay around put the coffee in the water. The coffee and the tea ready before Shabbos. Again, the minhag oilam today over here anyway in America, definitely everybody making coffee and tea on Shabbos. No, according to the Mishnah Berurah, the and tzviya ba'oichlin, it's also mean mashkin. So the mitzad that tzviya is not a problem. The problem is, we said already, mitzad cooking it on Shabbos. How you do it? So it's like this. Lamaisa, in a way, it's easier today than the time of the Mishnah Berurah, because the reason it's easier, because today the tea definitely it's being cooked before the way when we have it in a tea bag. Not talking about you buy leaves of tea. So most people use a tea bag that already were cooked before. So mainly you could say and bishul achar bishul. Yeah, there is mokomus lahokel. And something by the coffee, I thought always the coffee was only roasted. But somebody told me last time on the shiur, it's also cooked. Oh, you could argue on the cooking of the coffee if it's called cooked or not. However, so that's the makomas for heter to use the tea and coffee, because already you could say it was cooked and bishul achar bishul. However, here is the one problem with this. I'm not going to bring why there's a place to be machmir and how to do it. The Shevet Alevi brings from Maram Shik. He says, he's the lashon he used. The cholik al kol hanochas. What we say and bishul achar bishul. It says v'daita the baalei tea. Yes, bishul achar bishul. Even though you're going to say the tea was cooked in something with the coffee, even you're going to say lahanocha that's already cooked before. He says there is a bishul. He talks about the tea. We're going to see about the coffee in a minute. He says the bechol bishul panim chadoshes v'nes and tam chodosh. He says by the tea it's become mamash like you just re-cooking it now. It's a new cooking now. It's giving a new flavor to your water. V'avde v'alma in choshin lezeh. Regular don't say bishul achar bishul because it gives even a soup, a cold food. You're gonna warm it on Shabbos and bishul soup by the not soup. Everybody does the bishul achar bishul by liquid. Talking about if something is dry. You take a dry rice and you reheat it on Shabbos and bishul. It's also you could say panim chadoshes. It's a lot better when it's hot. He says after machal bishul and bo tam chad. After begin guf adova kvan is bashel roy laachila. By the rice, it's already roy laachila. Tea you cannot eat it after you dry up the tea after it was cooked originally. You cannot eat a tea bag. You must put it in the water. So that's the panim chadoshes. Anyway, that's the chiddush of the Maram Shik. According to him. So even though they gonna say the tea bags were cooked before, yes, bishul achar bishul, that's bishul again. That's his svara. Lav dafke very mask, but that's his svara. Also now, so l'chayra by the coffee you could say the same svara. But however, he brings the Chasam Sofer that he heard from another guy, the Chasam Sofer, the coffee. He says you able to eat it the way it is, even pieces of coffee. But mainly by the coffee. And bishul achar bishul, but even by tea, according to Maharam Shig, by the coffee is not, because he heard from somebody who could eat the coffee the way it is. This was the posh of the Chasam Sofer. The Kaf HaChaim brings a big machloekes on it between big geonim that's Sfaradish geonim of the both ways. Some say like the Chasam Sofer, some say no. Yes, bishul achar. Anyway, akoponim to be yoytzel l'chol hadayis, because of all these problems. Yes, bishul and bishul achar bishul b'zeh. The way to do it, according to Mishnah Berurah, he says, prepare the essence before Shabbos, he says. This way, it's all ready. And like I said, according to him, there's no problem with tzviya, with coloring it because en tzvia beoichlin and mashkin according to him. And according to Kafachaim, you prepare the whole thing before. However, the Rav Moshe writes, and that's how it also mashma from the Shevet HaLevi, the Rav Moshe says he himself used to do the coffee every Shabbos b'kli shlishi. Meaning, you take the first cup you take from the urn, it's a kli sheni, the urn is a kli rishon. You put another cup over there, you do whatever you want. It's kli shlishi. And the Lashon of Rav Moshe, l'olam kli shlishi enam mavashal, and that's mashma also from the Lashon of the Mishnah Berurah, that by kli shlishim, here's the Mishnah Berurah and Shin Yud Ches Ois Mem Zayin. Ubechli shlishim b'tzad abrim megodim lahokel. I mean, kli shlishi, some cholek, even if it's hot, some kala abishul will be going even by kli shlishi. But according to most poskim, if you do by kli shlishi, it's no problem. L'gabei tea, like I said, the Mishnah Berurah is machmir, like the Chaya Odo, which is a big machmir. So here is what the Rav Wosner said about the shit of the Chaya Odo. A lot of Ashkenazim, they prepared, like the Mishnah Berurah said, the essence before, because the choshet, the shit of the Chaya Odo, it's kala abishul, the tea. You don't want to cook it on Shabbos. So that's what he says over here, the Lashon of the Shevet HaLevi on this Chaya Odom. He says, meaning what's called, in the Shaila was like this. The Shaila came to him, he says, some saying, the Chaya Odom saying, if even by Kli Sheni, if you feel it's hot, you cannot touch it, the Kul Alma Mavashal. Then he questioned this, the Shevet HaLevi. Says like this, that's the svar of the Chazon Ish. Says, we're not boki, what's called a yad nichves, not a yad nichves, but kli sheni. He says like this, he says, Mikol Mokem, Gama Machmir, because the shit of Chai Odom, the kli sheni might be mevashel, when it's hot, but tzorich rag miyad acharei abishul, bekli rishon ve'iro lekli sheni, when you pour into the kli sheni. She'os choyma od godol, it's very hot then. The Kema the Chol Iker Adinu Shal Chaya Odom Mefukpak, he said you Bechal question the whole din of Chaya Odom of Kli Sheni is still Mavashal when it's hot. Again, V'gam HaMachmir Lo Tzorich Yoyser. V'gam Rag B'Kli Sheni Lo B'Kli Shlishi. According to the Shevet HaLevi, even the Chumas of the Chaya Odom, that's why there's some people are very careful with the tea. It says Kli Shlishi L'Choyer Mashma, it's no problem. So that's why many people make they make a tea in a kli shlish. Again, they take the water from the urn, it's kli sheni, then they put in the other kli, and then over there you put your coffee and tea. Again, so there's anyone could argue on all of them if it's tzdodim to make it to give a heter, tzdodim to aser it. So, but you could prepare the essence like the Mishnah Berurah says before Shabbos. Or you could do like the Chaya, like the Kapachaim says, prepare the whole tea and coffee hot. How are you going to keep it with the way it's coffee and hot, and that's not that you're making a coffee, it's already coffee before, tea before Shabbos and it's hot. Or, like you say, like many people did their coffee and the tea by kli shlishi, again, not pouring on kli shlishi, pour first the water, then put over there the tea and coffee, the choyer, it's also no problem.